Video
議
of
な
the
恋
day.
の物語が始まる。
Hello, this is Takashi
高校
here.
生のあずさ川作田が
And
出会ったの
yes,
は
it is the time of the month again, where I'll be unveiling the release dates in the world of light novels. This time, I'll be unveiling the releases of Dengeki
大丈
Bunko
夫
on July
今は
7th,
彼女だけど
2023.
霧島くんが一番に好きな人と結ばれ
Old
た
and
ら別れる
ongoing
か
light
ら
novels with new stories to tell. Most of these novels are highly recommended, so do check it out. And with that, let's start the lineup. First in the release date, its ongoing popular novel and former Konorano 6th ranker, Seishin Butai Yoru series, or the English title, Rascal Does Not Dream, Bunny Senpai, Santa Claus, by Hajime Kamoshida, illustrated by Keiji Mizuguchi. The current story, featuring Tuko Kirishima, sets a case on the idol singer, who has adolescent syndrome, just as every other character featured in every volume. Normally, I would originally think that the whole Rascal Bunny Senpai series was a simple romance or something else. But the more I delve into it, the more it becomes a Detective Conan-esque series as every story gets more mysterious it becomes, which it's really has me intrigued every I had it peeped into it. Overall, this series is worth a read. Perfect and a must recommended. Next, is the ongoing popular novel series and former Konorano first place ranker, Nanatsu no Maken ga Shurhai Suru, or the English title, Reign of the Seven Spellblades, Volume 12 by Bakudo Uno, illustrated by Ruria Miyuki. This novel gets me intense. Yet excited to read for volume after volume 11 and the side story featuring Alvin. The story now sets after the long vacation, where chaos then starts after the disappearance of the philosopher Demetrio. Epic battles after epic battles. This novel is worthy of a reader's choice. I do also like where in the midst of every chaos, there a tidbit of romance inserted into it, which every readers, especially me, really gets hooked into reading it. And with the anime adaptation sets to air this Saturday, it will be a watch-worthy for readers and watchers alike. Must recommended. Next, is the ongoing novel and webtoon Demon's Crest, Volume 2 by Sword Art Online's very own author Reki Kawahara, illustrated by Horiguchi Yukiko. This novel has me thinking every time, whenever there is Demon Crest, there will be Sword Art Online. That what it gets me. This novel also has a webtoon, which kinda a bit weird of why the author didn't opt for a manga because he sees webtoon has a potential grow in there. This novel also has dark and suspense elements brought into it, something that SAO has ever done before. Overall, I really did enjoy the first volume and hopefully we'll see more into it when it releases. Must recommended. Up next, is the ongoing romance novel story, Replica Date, Koi wa Suru, or the English title, Even a Replica Falls in Love, by the rising shoujo novel author Haruna Donburi, illustrated by Rems. For once, I have been eyeing on this novel since the start of the volume since the day it releases. I would also did say though, even it's sometimes a bit sad, usually people sees it based on title. It really does a good job on portraying the romantic, yet sometimes a cheerful school life genre. Even though there's drama back to back, the story does wonders in every way possible. A must recommended for new readers. Next, is the ongoing erotic novel series, Watashi, Enaiban no Kanojo Daikara, or the English title, I'm Fine with Being the Second Girlfriend, Volume 6 by Yo Seijo, illustrated by Ri Dake. This novel has showing its full erotic-ness since the start of the volume. Which I kind of personally unsurprisingly knowing that. Despite also being ecchi-ness and erotic ly interesting, with some love triangle, the story of the novel does taps on how it does coped with the woman they hang out with. Oftentimes there's also drama, in a certain way. Overall, it's does good, if you stayed for the horniness and everything in it. Recommended. Coming in hot in the lineup, is the ongoing novel Ashita, Hadashi Dekoi, or the English sh title, Tomorrow, When Spring Comes, Volume 3 by Bizarre Love Triangle author Sajinomiya Misaki, illustrated by the ever-talented Hiten. This novel, as of writing, had I just noticed it is reaching its climax story. But still, it's a good story, if you're interested in time leap genres, much like Bokudachi no Remake. The story also does a bit sad sometimes. With how the male character's exes died in the first volume and has given the chance to time travel backwards to fix the problem, which is quite interesting and intrigued. Overall, really recommended enough for new readers. Next, is the ongoing popular, Spice and Wolf, novel series, Shinsetsu Ukami to Kushinryu, Ukami to Yohishi, or the English title, Wolf and Parchment, New Theory Spice and Wolf, by the popular author Isuna Hasekura, illustrated by Ju Iakura. As being referenced in my previous video before, do check it out. The whole Spice and Wolf series holds a special place in every people's hearts, especially this sequel. I really do like how Isuna-sensei really had given freedom to other characters. Especially Muri and Call to explore adventures, which I really liked it a lot. Furthermore, I really can tell where this story would goes next. The relationship of Muri and Colonel A must-see in future volumes. A must recommended for new readers who haven't heard or Spice and Wolf. Up next, is the ongoing novel, Shounen, Watashi no Deshi ni Natyo, or the English title, Hey Boy, Will You Be My Apprentice, Volume 2 by Danjo no Yuju Wasiritsu Suru, author Nana, illustrated by Sane. With Danjo no Yuju Wasiritsu Suru, and this one is more relaxed. But still a fantasy, with romance elements inserted. It really does also a good job in doing its epic fights in this volume, something that the author's previous works hasn't. I have seen this often. Overall, this novel is a recommended to check it out. If you're interested in the author's previous works. Next, is the ongoing novel series, Kono Senkaku Love Come Washiaways ni Nerugaim ga Aru, or the English title, This Rom-Com Has a Duty to Be Happy, Volume 4 by Chihiro Haruna, illustrated by Tetsubuta. Regarding this novel, it does have an element of happy vibes, like most rom-com novel does. Though, I wouldn't also say Love Triangle can't also be this comedic, but it really is wholesome as it can be, despite some conflict inside this volume. And if I were to pick one series that is hot in the market, I would opt for this. Overall, is a good series to check out for new readers. Up next, is the new novel by the Orsuki author, Yagat Lovecome ni Itaru Assassin, written by Rakuta, illustrated by the talented Kazunoko Shio. It seems a little odd of why Rakuta-sensei hasn't opted for a sequel or a spin-off regarding Orsuki instead of trying something new, because it needed some fresh air off Orsuki, which is quite interesting. Furthermore, I do like how this story is rather different, because it is in modern fantasy genre, from how Orsuki does. It does has some Yandere vibes, based on the synopsis referred to, that has me intrigued. Overall, it's a recommended for new readers who are interested in Rakuta-sensei works. Next, is the new novel story, Seishin to Shum no or Ga Yaraneasu, Bakina Kanojo to no Yukya Nanatsu, or the English title, I'm Starting Over from the Second Week of My Youth, A Sunny Summer with My Lonely Girlfriend, by Yusaku Igarashi, illustrated by the talented Hanakoto. When talking about time leap genres, most were interesting, some fell flat. But this in particular, as of writing, is somewhere in the middle of interesting and a bit fell flat because the story is somewhat similar with various time leap novel titles. But what caught my attention is that it evolved slowly into somewhere of love triangle motion, but at the same time also giving the drama, because yes, it's a drama story included. Overall, still has room for improvement within the story. Do check it out if interested. Up next, is the new Eki comedy novel story Ashiego to Kiss Wasuru. Bertera Owaru, or the English title, Kiss Your Student. If You Find Out, It's Over, by Senpuki Mawaru, illustrated by Kamyupi. With all Eki stories grows in the market lately, this one just hasn't raised my attention bar yet, as the Eki is just too open-spaced, but still kept its status as a romance genre. This novel also does much replicate like Boku no Kanojo Sensei, but with a reverse roles, yet same occupation, and that is a teacher and student. Still, it was a good novel to read for, only needs room for improvements. Do check it out if interested. And finally, wrapping up the lineup, is the new novel story titled Katsut Game Creator wa Mezashitita or Kaisho wa Yami Jiru JK no Shichiku ni Neru, or the English title, I used to aim to be a game creator. But I quit my company and became a slave to a high school Jiru, by Mizusawa Akito, illustrated by Tamaziro. This novel has me just thinking about a title on Dengeki Bunko label, Care to Kanojo no Jijio Senryaku, Business Plan, which has the same element as this novel. Moreover, this story can just has me relate to every 17-year-old self, includes me. Just imagine, a 17-year-old high school Jiru plus super popular illustrator gets 350,000 followers. How great that was. I was also taken aback from the drama over the struggle of a IT worker, now sold himself as a slave. Overall, it's a good novel story to enjoy with. Do check it out if interested. And that wraps up the lineup. What's your takeaway from this release date? For me, I will be looking forward to see how well the top 3 contenders, not Isekai, will perform this coming Friday. There is also at some point some novels in the release date will steal the show soon. So I'll be looking forward to that as well. And with that, you are watching the release date discussion with Takeshi. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more great light novel content soon. Until next time, goodbye.